Can you just please elaborate your statement na NBI should look into former President Duterte's kill threat against senators?
Well, it's so disheartening, no, for public officials, especially those who have served as our president, to say these things, no, to threaten. I mean, say na mas madali lang sabihin na patayin na lang natin yung mga senators. In the past, we've heard him threatening illegal pushers, drug syndicates, etc. Napatahin itong mga illegal drug lords, tsaka mga illegal pushers. But he mentioned that he made those threats in the context of the war against drugs, to curb, to free our streets from the illegal drugs syndicate. But this time it was said in a context where he has candidates, and there are also candidates on the other side running for the same position. So medyo hindi siya para sa akin. It's really it concerns. It should concern all of us.
Ayun, kayo na nga nagsabi sa akin, Sir, anong masasabi nyo doon sa joke ni President Rodrigo Duterte na papapatayin 15? O kayo na nagsabi, joke eh. Miski kayo accepted ninyo, na joke lang yun. No? Ganon. Magaling mag-deliver si Presidente Digong, but then, tingnan natin kung kakagatin pa ba yun ng mamamayan ngayon. Diba?
Opo. Pero, Director, may mga nagsasabi din po na may ginawa pong aksyon ng NBI nung pong kay VP Sara naman po. Agad pong nagkaroon ng effort ng NBI para imbestigahan po ito at nauwi na po sa pagpapile ng kaso. So, ano naman po silang kaibahan po nito dito kay PRD?
Masyadong magkaiba, no? The joke of President Digong was delivered in a political rally. Yung pagkaka-deliver naman ni Vice President Sara ay nagpatawag talaga siya ng press con at sinabi pa niya na at pinangalanan niya kung sino yung mga dapat patayin. The President, the First Lady, and the Speaker of the House. At sinabi pa niya, no joke, no joke. Contrary dito sa deklarasyon ni Presidente Digong, ay kitang-kita ng tao na nagjo-joke lamang siya. Part lamang ng rhetorics ng political speech. Alam niyo, in a political speech, ano yan rhetorics. Nung inaano namin yan inaalaw yan ng ating political system. Ang binantaan, 15 senador. Hindi natin malaman kung sino doon sa sitting senators o yung bang kakandidato na senators. Tapos, mawalang galang na si Congressman Adjong at sa iba pa na congressman natin, nag-i-instigate sila na mag-imbestiga ang NBI. Hindi naman sila yung tinatakot yung mga senador eh. Dapat yung mga senador, kung sino man, silang magreklamo. Kung alam nila na sila yung tinatakot na ipapapatay. Ganun po eh.
So, ibig sabihin po ngayon, hindi po muna tayo magkasagawa ng investigation unless may mag-complain po?
Yes. Alam nyo, yun nga, sinasabi ko sa inyo, part yan ng political propaganda ng isang political party. Mag-deliver ng mga rhetorics, no?
Tanong ko lang din po sana yung reaksyon nyo dun sa mga naging matapang na pahayag ni Pangulong Marcos sa campaign rally ng Alyansa para sa Bagong Pilipinas sa Carmen, Davao del Norte, kung saan na hinikayat niya yung mga kandidato ng administrasyon na sinabi niya ngang walang bahid ng dugo ng mga biktima ng EJK at hindi sunod-sunuran sa China. Hinikayat din ng presidente yung mga botante na wag hayaang bumalik muli ang bansa sa panahon ng dilim at lagim na tila tumutukoy sa nakaraang administrasyon. Ayon mismo sa Pangulo ay pumayag na gawin umano nga probinsya ng China ang Pilipinas, ibinugaw ang ating bayan bilang sugalan ng mga dayuhan at hinayaang umapaw ang dugo ng mga inosenteng mga bata na inagawa ng kinabukasan dahil sa kanilang pagpatay. Ano pong masasabi niyo dun?
Ako po, I think we welcome those remarks. Personally, gaya ng sinabi po natin in the last press con, it's about time po naging issue-based po tayo, especially for elections. Hindi na po tayo personality politics. During the last time that we had this discussion, I believe yung pinag-usapan natin dito ay kung ano yung stance po ng senador tungkol sa impeachment complaint. And now we have brought to the fore other issues po. No? Anong stance ng ating mga senador sa EJK? Anong stance ng ating mga senador sa China, sa West Philippine Sea? And I think it's a good thing. it is well appreciated po siguro na na-highlight po ito ng ating presidente. I'm not saying po no that it should resort to, kasi yung iba po based on those statements may nagsasabi na smear campaign. I don't think it's smear campaign when we're just talking about issues po, no? We're talking about issues. How do these candidates feel about these issues? Where do they stand? So, I think it's very important now na sa taong bayan, dapat maalala po natin yung mga issue na ito kapag nagboboto na po tayo, bumuboto. We have to consider po where their stances. General statements naman po yun, but they are powerful statements. I think it really highlights po the need to really look into the credentials, not just yung achievements, but their stances po rin po talaga. So, personally, unfortunately, nagiging malaking headliner po yan, Team Pilipinas versus Team China. And syempre, doon tayo sa Team Pilipino, di ba? Team Pilipinas tayo. So, suriin po talaga natin kung ano po talaga yung stance natin. There will be a lot of campaign promises. There will be a lot of statements na he said, she said. But at the end of the day, saan po talaga sila talagang nakatayo? Yun po, I guess, yung issue doon.
But in addition to that, I think the president is coming from a position where the effects of these bad policies, the effects of this are still, we still continue to feel it. No? Being the president, meron naman siyang access doon sa nagyari na mga policy na hindi talaga epektibo. So I think that's where the president wants to be very clear about it, na there are certain issues and policies before that we've, up to now, nakikita natin yung effects, yung effect ng West Philippine Sea, the aggression of China against our fishermen, at sa Coast Guard, the effect of the POGO in the previous administration, ngayon, hanggang ngayon, niraramdaman natin yon, at marami pang iba, no? So I think the president wants to track a direction where these senators would, these possible senators, no, and mga candidates, would have to really draw the line whether they want to pursue his administration's policies of, number one, we can curb illegal drugs and illegal syndicate without even making so many bodies lifeless in the streets. There are certain policies that we can implement without necessarily resorting to violence. That's number one. Where do you stand on this ground? Number two, when it comes to the incursion of China, where do you stand on this ground? Would you be for the Philippines and protecting the integrity of the country? Or where do you be koto to the Chinese incursions? So I think this is a very clear position where the president wants to educate the public that, you know, the effects of the past policies of the past administration hanggang ngayon nararamdaman natin, and we're doing so much to addressing those questions. So ako naniniwala ako dun sa stand ngayon ng presidente na sa panahon ngayon ang politika hindi dapat, tama nga yung sinabi ni Kong Rog, hindi dapat siya personality based. The people should be given information, in the accurate information, so that they can decide on their own, not based on which person they would prefer to see there in the Senate, but based on the candidates' stand on certain important national issues.
Opo, and sorry, last na po, Kong Sia. Just a quick follow-up. You have a statement din po kahapon about, just to have it on record, can you just please elaborate your statement na NBI should look into former President Duterte's kill threat against senators?
Well, it's so disheartening, no, for public officials, especially those who have served as our president, to say these things, no, to threaten. I mean, say na mas madali lang sabihin na patayin na lang natin yung mga senators. In the past, we've heard him threatening illegal pushers, drug syndicates, etc. Napatahin itong mga illegal drug lords, tsaka mga illegal pushers. But he mentioned that he made those threats in the context of the war against drugs, to curb, to free our streets from the illegal drugs syndicate. But this time it was said in a context where he has candidates, and there are also candidates on the other side running for the same position. So medyo hindi siya, para sa akin, it's really it should concern all of us, because hindi dapat man normalize yung salita na patayin, or even sa mga, if you go to mga airports naman, di ka naman talaga po pwedeng mag-bomb joke yung bomb threat na jokes, kasi automatically you'll be, mapupusasan ka. How much more, for example, for say that out in the public. But it's the issue really, my point that I'm trying to drive at is, if you're an individual who enjoys or wields a certain influence, you have to be more circumspect about what you say, because people, your followers, may think na seryoso ka. That's why, pag sinasabi na joke,
when will it end? We don't know which one is joke and which one is not. So I think we have to be more more circumspect about how we say things out in the public, especially if the occasion calls for a choosing of new leaders in the country. So yun yung aking position doon at pananaw, na hindi dapat agar-agara natin ma-normalize at ma-trivialize yung mga threat na dali-dalian mo lang sabihin, pumatay or patayin.